I think the problem with the book, The God Delusion, is that Dawkins offers very superficial responses to traditional theistic arguments, like the cosmological argument, the argument for design, the moral argument, the ontological argument, and that when his missteps and fallacies are pointed out, rather than correcting them, he just ignores his critics.
Wow.
And as Mike, professionally, we have a responsibility to respond to our critics. If our critics publish a journal article in which our views are criticized, we either need to change our views or we need to respond to our critics. But we cannot responsibly just pretend as though those objections have never been offered and continue to restate and repeat the same original arguments. And I think that's what Alex meant when he said, does it need to be rewritten and put out in a new edition? Because Dawkins has been thoroughly and ruthlessly criticized, not only by Christians, but also by non-Christians, people like Michael Roos
Yeah, I
and
had him in mind.
Daniel Kame have said that the book is scandalous, that it's so poorly done. And yet he will not respond to his critics or revise his arguments. He just repeats himself again and again.
Now, Michael Roos, he's an atheist philosopher of science at Florida State University, right?
Yes, that's correct. I think you might be more accurate to say he's an agnostic, but
Agnostic,
he's
okay.
practically an atheist.
Well, here's what he said in an article that someone can say online. You can read it online. He says, unlike the new atheists, I take scholarship seriously. I have written that the God delusion made me ashamed to be an atheist, and I meant it. End quote.
Yeah.
Now, I don't, that's Roos. Now, I don't mean to sound nasty here, but is it possible that Dawkins' positive view of his own book is delusory?
Well, the way you defined what a delusion is, namely persisting in a belief despite having conclusive evidence to the contrary, would seem to suggest that, wouldn't it?